Hello, Scrapper Neighbours fans. How are we all? I am back with another layout, a 12 by 12 layout. This one's for the Kitaholic Kit September Sketch Challenge, one of the two that they have going this month. Using the Craft, I'm using the kit that we got this month, some bits and pieces. We've got the factory 42 Craft collection. So papers, the die cuts pieces, and there's some printables mixed in there. So we got those and some, what else we get? Some little, some black sequins, some little hearts from, arrows from Corporate Creations, and yeah. All right, and this silver crepe paper, which is really new to me. I've used tissue paper sort of, but we got this silver crepe paper in the kit, and I've never used crepe paper before. I mean, I use it for work because I work with daycare children, but not in a layout. So I was going to try and do the whole folded concertina-y kind of thing, and off camera it worked really well when I was playing with it before I did this layout, and then trying to do it for this layout, it was just an epic fail. So I gave up. So on the sketch, it has this like I sort of flipped the sketch around a bit, because I wanted to have this sort of brick paper pattern bit to the left of the page instead of on the right, because on the right hand side of the sketch there's like, you know, this sort of patterny kind of look. So yeah, that's what I did. Now I am going to go with some layers here just to bump up the photo a little bit, make it stand out of the background slightly, and I'm going for a bit of a roughed edge look. So as you can see, I'm just ripping with my ruler, and a rough measurement as such on it. So I'm just giving one of the edges, as I said, that ruffled edge. Now looking back at the layout, I probably should have inked that edge just to make it sort of stand out a bit more and look a bit more distressed, but I didn't think of it at the time. That silver textured type cardboard stuff at the back that I'm playing with there is just some stuff from my stash that I've had for a million years, and I found it when I was rearranging reorganising my supplies on the weekend. So just adding another layer. I thought this like orangey kind of brown colour would help make the layers sort of pop up off the page a little bit more. Give it a bit more focus, the photo a bit more focus as well, away from that sort of darkish kind of background. Now, I must admit this collection is all very boy, so it's perfect for Father's Day, I guess. And that's sort of, I guess, what the kit was based around being. It was September's kit. It is September's kit. Yeah, so I had a bit of, looking at it, I was like, oh, goodness, how am I going to use these? So they are a bit sort of, yeah, manly and masculine and dark and grungy kind of looking. So it was a little bit tricky figuring out. I went through all the papers on this, both sides. There's double-sided pattern paper. To decide which was going to work best with this photo, because there's not a lot of colour in the photo itself. It's just of my partner giving me this lovely, I asked him in the car, we were going somewhere, and I said to him, give me a sexy look, and that's what I got. So he's a bit of a doofus. Oh dear, but he makes me laugh. Okay, so where was I? Sorry, had a moment of pause there. So just putting on the layers. Now, because the silver textured corrugated looking cardboard is raised a bit, I figured I needed to raise that sort of first paper layer just to even it out a little bit, which is what I do here. I add a couple of bits of craft foam with some double-sided tape, and just to even it out a little bit. Now, I don't know if I do it with this. There you go. So that's what I've done there. I didn't make you watch all of that. So I'm just using double-sided tape, so nice and easy, just to lay my layer. And I decide to put the layers on a bit of an angle each piece, just to, I don't know, just to give it a bit of interest, I guess. And that's sort of that. And I guess because the photo, he's sort of looking down on the diagonal, I sort of just sort of looked a bit more balanced that way. Now, the sketch called for layers. The sketch is also called for a tag. I saw a tag in it as well. As I said, I flipped the sketch over, so things that were on the right in the sketch are now on the left on my layout. So I'm just popping this tag, which come in the printables, and we also got these doilies as well. So I'm just playing around. I'd stuck too much tape to the edge, so I couldn't quite get it in underneath, so I had to lift it a little bit and make it work. And again, that piece there, being that the tag was sort of bumped up a little bit at the top end of it, I needed to put something underneath. It just didn't look quite right when I laid it all down. So that's what I am doing here. Just playing around. I originally was going to do this layout being that it was Father's Day and things like that. But I did change my mind, and as I said, I used this photo, which will become, I have a whole heap of other photos. Actually, I think I've already done them. It was my Project Life road trip spread I did. I think I uploaded it at the beginning of this week. What are we, Thursday? I think I did it Monday. It was my Monday video. So this will go at the front of that in my album, sort of as almost like a title page to that, and that's sometimes what I do with my layout. Sometimes I like a photo, I want to do it as a 12 by 12 or something different, and then have a heap of others to put in the Project Life pockets. So it will be sort of at the start of that in my album, in our family album. And I have another little baby monster laying next to me, who has had a very short nap and is now sitting next to Auntie Amy while she finishes this voiceover. So you can hear her talking. She's very adorable. And she's a very easy distraction, aren't you, miss? I think she's going to try and help. Oh, here she comes. She's rolling over. All right, sorry, enough baby cuteness. So these are all printables. Some of these were actually... No, you can't have that. The Inky Quill Patreon printables as well. That little circle one you see down the bottom and the right there is a printable from hers. Patreon from last month, I think. And this Love and My Happy is from the Kitaholic Kits September kit. So it was just the printables we get in there as well. And I couldn't find any thread or twine that would match my colour scheme here. So I've just popped that My Happy over that hole at the end of the tag, whatever you call it. This white strip of paper has some scripty words on it like family, love, together, memories, joy, blah, blah, blah. It was from Inky Quill's Patreon as well. We got 2 of those. And I just thought this was really, it would suit this layout. We were going on just a family little day trip, just to get away for the day in the sun. And yeah, and as I said, we were just joking around in the front of the car, and I said to him, give me a smouldering, sexy look. So yes, yep. Watch this space for, or watch Tinder for, this sexy profile picture. Just joking. So my title is Love This Dude, and I'm using these black alphabet thickers that came in the kit as well. I save you the need to see all that, and I used some scripty font, otherwise it was going to be too big to write this using my Nuvo script pens. And I did deliberately leave them on a bit of an angle just because everything else is on a bit of a wonky angle, just sort of add a bit of interest and something different. So I'm just going to use this cog now. I think the middle of that, which I'll add to the top of that, which says let's go on an adventure together. I think they were together, and then I've just popped them out and just angled them a little bit just to add some balance down the bottom there. And I use a little bit of foam tape just to bump it up a little bit. Just placing that down. Alright, just fiddling around with the rest of these little bits and pieces. Again, this piece and the other piece that you can see there, that circular piece, is from Patreon, from Inky Quill. And I'm just using my tiny attacher to sort of staple that little piece over the top. I'm just going to add that to the corner. And I think this layout did pretty good to keep with a good colour scheme without sort of it clashing too much, but to make it semi-bright. I think I did all right actually. And using pieces I wouldn't normally use and colours I wouldn't normally use, to be honest. But I really like how this has come out, and I've done a couple of layouts now using this Factory 42 collection. One which won't have a process video, but will go up on my blog as my entry to, I think it's the Scrap the Boys September challenge. So I'll put that up shortly. I might put it up over the weekend as a bit of a blog post. So you keep an eye on my blog for that, guys. The links are at the bottom, at the end of this video. And I will have a Project Life spread I plan to film. If I have the energy, I might do it tonight, but we'll see how I go. So I'm hoping that my subscribers are enjoying my weekly videos. I do try and mix it up a little bit between mixed media, Project Life, yada yada. I know I'm actually due for an art journal page. So I'm hoping in Canberra here this weekend. It is a long weekend. So I am really hoping to get a few hours at least of some scrappy time in and get some messy art journaling happening, and I will pop that up maybe as one of next week's videos. As I've said before, I'm trying to do sort of 3 videos a week and some bonus ones in there. Like this week I've had my haul video because I got that earlier in the week and things like that. So I do hope you are enjoying them. Please let me know with a comment or whatever if there's something you would really like to see me do, or you would like to see more of over here, or whatever, because I do appreciate all the feedback. I love getting my little notifications that says someone's commented and they've liked my process videos. I really appreciate that when you take the time to leave me a comment or even just a thumbs up. It's nice to go through and see that, you know, my videos are liked and well watched. So, and as I said, I do try and mix it up a little bit with my style of doing things and the different uses for different things. I had planned to do some off-the-page kind of projects, but I haven't quite got there. Maybe this weekend. I know next weekend's also a long weekend for everyone. So fingers crossed I can get some scrappy time on both weekends. But we shall see. I have gardening to do this weekend because spring is here and our gardens have just gone bazoom with weeds and things. So all that fun grown-up adulting kind of stuff. So yes. But yeah, so anyway, point being is, leave me a comment with what you like to see or want to see more of or whatever. And if you have any questions, always leave me a comment. I will get back to you. I also post on my Instagram page, which is scrappin_aims, and as I said, on my blog as well, which as I said the web address will be at the end of the video. Anyway, so what have I done? I have completed my little embellishment pieces. I've added some black sequins here and there, which were on the sketch as well. And I'm just journaling, which just says, taking a little day trip to Braidwood. I asked you to give me a sexy look. This is what you came up with, LOL. And then I do jot down the date at the bottom here. So I've tried to do, when I've done this layout as well, as I said, things are on an angle, but in general the layout sort of goes on a diagonal from that top right to the bottom left, because that's sort of the way he's looking. Aaron's looking in the photo at me over his glasses. So that's why it's sort of sitting that way. And then I add an embellishment at the top there, and I'm adding a little piece down the bottom here of the same thing, that circular love heart star pattern thing, just to make it, as I said, an even balance as well. Yeah, and that is nearly a wrap. I'm just adding some final little pieces and I am done, I think. Oh, yep, just going around trimming off all the extra pieces that are hanging over, like the crepe paper. That's an idea. Let me know of something you've used on a layout that you would normally not use. That would be fantastic to see what people come up with. As I said, crepe paper was one that I have not used, so it was good to see, good to try. So some close-ups here of my bits and pieces of my layout. So as I said, most of this is from pretty much 80-90% of this is all from my kit for this month from Kitaholic Kits, with a few, 3 or so pieces there chucked in from, I think it's August's Patreon, I think, could be wrong. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up and I will see you again probably Monday with a new video, if not a bonus one beforehand. Thanks for watching everyone, and bye.